I am stoked, man. This is going to be a great match.
Yeah, I'm so hype about this, and I'm curious to see if Apex people can actually hold their own. I'm a little bit worried this might start out with a lot of dominance here by Nuturn that could just get propelled forward here.
Yeah,
so
let's see it. What do you think you think it's going to be 2 or 2-1? Oh, hold on. They're actually going right up immediately. The blind into the elbow there. So they're going to take that over.
Yeah, some shots fired over here. Allow takes Zeus out with a headshot. And Lakia with the kill here on Wix. It looks like we are almost into the twilight of the first round here. Apex Sound just hanging back right now in showers. Kind of pushed out of their own spike site. The spike is ticking away. We see Zhangyi with only 10 HP, yet shot out of the sky there by Solo. And that's going to be the first win on the board. The spike was planted, the team was killed, and that's going to be a big boost here as we go into round 2, where we would anticipate Nuturn to win. Now, we've seen moments where there might be a counter rush on Bind here, where let's say the defending team all rushes down the middle of A here and tries it, but we're not going to have that. Instead, it's going to be a pretty conservative game. Looks like a 3-2 split here, 3 on B, 2 on A. And let's watch and see what kind of techniques are going to be used here by Nuturn to try to come in and get that second spike plant.
We actually have something semi-new over near the Bads. I guess we're going to look down B-long, but yeah, that's Zeus on Cypher over near the Bads, and he actually pushes through, which was unexpected. Oh my god, some good shooting right there, and down goes Allow.
And so we've got Suggest creeping in here, losing that initial, what 2 players there. It's still a 3 versus 3, but they haven't made any progress into B. Now, it's going to be a little bit tricky here for Sound. He's the only one holding A, even though it's just a Sova creeping in. You don't know that, right? It's a lot of angles to cover. We've got Lakia coming through here. Now, that's going to reveal that he is, in fact, in A showers.
Yeah, going to go ahead and pick up that orb as well. Hard for them to tell, and they're actually rotating. So B empties out exactly as they come in. It works as intended.
Yeah, beautifully
Fantastically done.
Yeah, they got in. It looks like they want to make sure that the hull's clear first, and even getting a face shot off on there, taking his head off. He'll be able to get the plant. This should be not easy, but certainly doable, I would say, here for Nuturn to close this out. The spike plants, and only one angle to really get in here at.
Sova throwing out his bolts there. Doesn't really do too much. They're just kind of waiting, watching. And
actually just going over the head there, but unfortunately Suggest gets the kill. Solo cleans it out, and that's the second win on the board. This is going to be the moment Apex people can enter the rifle round and try to recuperate, leveraging the disadvantage. They've got the funds now. The question is, do they have the execution?
Yeah. Well, you know, they're on the defense. Let's see what they can do there, because that last round they were kind of playing a little bit differently than anything that we see on this map. Like Cypher rushing through the shower, that's not normal. That's not how it goes.
That's a good point. Yeah.
And so Cypher is going to set up at B here, throwing down his trap wires in his camera. So definitely looking like a more normal setup, but a 3-strong push through the Bads. Whereas the entire team of Nuturn is headed towards B, so a bit unlucky there, I would say.
Well, they're going to get confirmation that there's nobody at A pretty quickly here. It's completely quiet. I'll tell you what, a Cypher to Sova is actually a pretty good combination for holding B here. Those shock darts are going to be very annoying. The utility there from Cypher is, you know, quite a bit to try to climb
they're going to know who's coming, that's for sure.
Yeah, and so we've got Suggest coming in here with the initiation, shot down immediately by Sound with the Vandal.
Really good shooting right there. Suggest falling. That's a lot of
Allow is climbing Mount Everest here through the cloudbursts. They're on to the A site, but maybe not quite here. The breach with the spike is still out, and it looks like the teleporter is going to be the way to go. No. Okay, yes it is. So we're going to have a scramble over here into the A site. Now, one of the reasons why we don't see this teleporter used as much is because it's not that much of a quick route to the A site. Already as a spike plants will be the entry point for vents here for Apex people.
I tell you what, I think that this is doable for Solo. I mean, he's a great shot and he has his full kit ready. He has every ability all the way, including Rolling Thunder. So yeah, there goes the Rolling Thunder. Now he can kind of, okay, he's gonna blind as well. Beautifully done. He has more blinds.
Solo is, I mean, if he can actually pull this off, it's going to be huge here. This is a very difficult position right now for Jongi, and
Beautiful.
That's going to be I was going to say, it's kind of hard. You know, the U-Haul area can be such a punishing position for somebody outside of it when they're trying to defuse.
Yeah.
Because, you know,
Well, especially with Breach having everything ready,
yeah,
including Rolling Thunder against 2, and it's Solo, who, like, historically is the best aimer. Is that what we call an aimer? I'm sorry, guys. I'm from RTS. He's the best aimer from Korea.
He's the best. He's the best guy for shooting people.
He clicks on people's heads like no one else in the country.
Yeah, his aim is better than the other players. No, look,
he's the best aimer. Exactly.
One of the things about a Jet is that I don't feel like that utility helps you really in a 1v1 and a defused. You can like cloudburst and maybe barely get halfway through, but it's not a smoke that lasts and can buy time. And of course, you know, the sound effect is audible when it's cast out. So I feel like. You know, it was a tough situation, definitely more ideal for a Breach agent. So good handling with the teleport there into A, the spike plant, pulling it off, and actually really seizing momentum with that third win.
Yeah, it's such a big deal. And now you see they have like Sheriffs and a Bucky right now. And already they've lost Zeus, so there's Cypher poking out a bit too far, getting picked off, and Nuturn just waiting. They're being very calm about it. They know what type of advantage they have. Ooh, great move there, jumping through, getting Solo right in the head. Zhonghai, though, does end up falling.
Okay, we have Suggest hanging back here for a little bit. It does seem like Nuturn might be able to just push their way through here. The Sova's going to be coming around here from the defender side connector here. We have the spike being planted, not right outside. Good interruption there by their own Breach. Teleporter used now as we see Raze come through into B.
Wow, with those 2 kills, the spray transfer beautifully done out of U-Haul, and Nuturn picking up the 4th round in a row.
I'm getting worried for Apex people.
Yeah.
It's getting worse. Granted, that was around, you know, poor man's buy, getting Buckies. I think they played their hand as well as they could, but if they lose this 5th round specifically, I mean, you can see you're barely able to, after 4 losses in a row, buy your way back in. And if you lose here, you're starting to bounce onto the floor economically over and over. You're getting dribbled.
Now, Zhonghai did get an op, right? So that's kind of interesting. They have those Phantoms and Vandals, but you're right. They are not going to have any money if they lose this. So such an important round.
And I actually really like what Zhonghe's doing here. You know, they're desperate to try to farm out an orb or push in anywhere. And the fact that they had the Breach come in here, and then you think you're safe, just as I was saying.
Yeah.
The Breach backs away, so they think they've secured Shower. That's when you get the op kill. You've already eliminated 1 player, taking an advantage there. And now it's going to be that much harder. So this is a great setup here by Apex people to start things off.
Yeah, fantastic usage of that op. You know, the Nuturn, though, they're still going to try to come in. Suggest bouncing his way in here with the blast packs, has that showstopper ready, hunting. Doesn't look like he's going to find too much. Ends up not shooting out that showstopper, just puts it away.
Okay, nice shot again here. Zhonghe gets another kill, taking Solo out as we're watching Nuturn thin out here. Really not respecting the firepower that was finally built up here in the 5th round. The Opera really controlling the ebb and flow of movement here on the attacking side. Damn. Oh my god. Beautiful play there.
Zhonghai with 4 kills.
Yeah, I mean, just
absolute madness.
Just insane. It looks like, you know, back there, starting with that op play, the fact that they actually got that kill and then thinned it out and it was confusing where you poke in the second op kill, things just snowballed from here.
Oh, look at that sign. I love it. 11 through 21 Mars. Not sure what that means. There's only 1 Mars.
Taking a quick look at that recap here. Beautifully done. And now we're going to have, with the first win on the board, you know, hopefully a comeback here for Apex people. Now, granted, there was a lot of credits that were saved up there, so it's not like it's going to be a weak, you know, 6th round here for the attacking side.
Going through the bads right now. And in comes that Owl drone. He's sitting right around the side. The fault line going out. Sound gonna teleport away. Oh my god, Suggest pops in and gets Sound and Wix, who are standing right outside the bath. Nuturn gonna take this area over for sure. Zeus popping out of U-turn, getting 1 kill, but does get gunned down there by Solo.
Through the teleporter is the Sova and the Jet. They're gonna try to dive onto B site with a disconnected Apex people scrambling to try to get over here and prevent this. Keep in mind, the breach has hung back.
Yeah.
And it's actually going to be, I think, it'll have to go through, the Jet will have to go through breach first. She doesn't know where.
Yeah, Solo's just waiting here. Oh, the ambush, amazing. Gets a headshot. He was looking the wrong direction. That was a great idea to leave him behind.
Yeah, a smart move here and really setting up a gauntlet for Apex people to have to get through to even get close to the spike there. We've already seen a couple times here from Nuturn, great usage of the teleporters to actually seize a site when they realize, okay, we shouldn't be committing on A anymore. They've already positioned too well. Let's exploit that. And it's one of the reasons why I think we're seeing Nuturn prefer at least initiating onto A first. A little bit more.
Yeah.
I know we're still early here.
Well, it does feel like it's easier to attack into A, honestly. There's like, you have more angles that you can go up and more little tricks you can do, get into that U-haul and stuff, take it over. Whereas walking down B long and B short, it's like, well, okay, let's use a boom bot and see what we can do. Now, already starting very quickly, Nuturn with 3 kills right off the bat, but it is a save round here, so what can you expect?
Yeah, I mean, this is, we would assume that, you know, this team would win. Zeus will probably here with the shorty try to get a jump scare kill around this corner. It's like if I was only tall enough to stab the ceiling. Oh my god. Now, can he go through the Mission Impossible wires here? That's what I want to know. How much yoga do you have to do? How much Pilates to move through the wires?
Hey, look at that.
Well, getting the kill on Solo is good.
Yeah.
That's
well,
really
that
what
was,
you're looking
I mean, you don't need to save the shorty, that's for sure. Look at Solo laughing about it, too. Talking to Suggest right
it's
there.
funny, right, Suggest? You find this as funny as I do, right?
He has a shorty, and he got me
Yeah,
hit in the hall.
He was right there. That's what he wanted to do. Round 8 is upon us now, and Apex people are starving for any round wins here. They won 1. They did, you know, we have that throwaway round where they're going to try to win with pistols.
Yeah.
Didn't happen, and from here, we want to see what exactly, you know, the planning is going to be, because this is a round that Apex people can win, and they need to win it badly. A lot of room to breathe here for Nuturn.
Allow coming through the baths right now. There's actually almost everyone is over at B, which is kind of funny. I feel like, did they misread it? Are they just rotating in a strange way? Like, what are we looking at here? It's like it was like musical chairs. Everyone switches sides here. Like, what? What is this move by Apex people?
I'm looking at the mini map and I see synchronized swimming. I don't
Yeah.
understand. So they actually have the Cypher over here at A, and that might be why now we're actually having another rotation here from Nuturn. Cypher is typically at B in most competitive matches. He can be put over here at A, which is why we see that now. But I think having a rotation and a randomization at times of the Cypher is essential, because if you attack into a Cypher site and you're not ready, the rest of the team catches up. It could be a round that can be lost. But this time, I think with good instinct, or maybe they spotted something that we missed here, they're going to come into B here. It is a breach jet combo, so you can have the flash tailwind combination to come out, but that's not really ideal against a 5-man stack.
All right, they're coming in right now. Throws down the aftershock, the vault line as well. Couple dark covers as they walk in. Ooh, Zhonghai actually gets a big kill there on Solo as he tries to come in, but Suggest punishes. Showstopper ready, but gets stopped before.
This spike needs to plant like yesterday. Okay, it's going to be an inside the tube spike. Right now, Allow really controlling this. Cloudburst comes down, making a one-way smoke here. Going to be very difficult for Apex people to push in, and I love the spray there from Allow.
Yeah, beautiful how he just ducked down to get that headshot. Oh, does get picked off around the corner, but Suggest will kill him off. All right.
This is getting rough for Apex people.
It truly is. This is some domination thus far. Nuturn looks so sharp. They look so sharp here, Tasteless.
I feel like I'm watching a python slowly eat a goat.
I feel like we're watching him
Or
digest the goat.
anaconda, maybe. You know what I mean? Like we're watching, when it's like jaws open up and the animal's like,
Oh, so you're saying
like
Nuturn is like their body's apex people shaped?
Yes, exactly. There's like pretty soon by the end of this, there's going to be like a lump inside the anaconda.
Yeah.
It's like that is apex people, and they're going to be digested over 2 weeks.
You don't have to eat again till then.
Yeah.
Watch next episode when they shed their skin. A big kill there from Zhonghai. Starting to get some revenge here. It's a bit of a save round, but he's got a Vandal. Zeus waiting around the corner here with the share. Beautiful shot.
Damn, that was so perfect. Oh, unfortunately, if you don't get the first shot off, a lot of times you are going to pay for it unless you get them at an angle they're not looking. But this is doable. Apex Sound here, unfortunately, does eat some bullets from the Phantom in the face, and it's going to be a 2 versus 2 again. Outgunned, at least as far as Wix is concerned. He still has the Sheriff. Zhongyi, I believe, has a Phantom. Ooh. Although is running with a knife right now, but I believe she has a Phantom. Oh, never mind.
Well, decent try, but Nuturn picks it up again. Look at this. He just hit his teammate with a shock bolt. They're clowning now.
Stop clowning.
That costs 100 credits.
But they have so many credits. It's just they're rich. It's crazy.
He's wasting shock bolts.
You like the conversationist teams?
Conversationist?
I gotta go. Conservationist, thank you.
Oh, okay, conservationist.
I've casted 3 days in a row, and my mouth actually feels like it's been working out. Like all the muscles, like I'm trying to talk, but my cheeks are shaking because the muscles are so sore.
I tell you, I did notice something different about you today. Like, your lips just look ripped.
My head is wobbling like a baby bird. So, we've got to push through Hookah, as well as Belong over here. The Aldrone's going to come out here, searching for anything that could be a spot where the team is hiding. It's a pretty pulled back position here, mostly behind Tube and in the B main hall here. But I actually don't know that they're going to commit. I think there's a chance that Nuturn's just going to pull away and look for a new answer. Again, it's a 5 versus 2. Cypher's got okay setup if they come through A showers, which we would hear that coming anyways through teleporter if it was going to be immediate. Now a 2 versus 5.
Yeah, it's not looking too hot here. I mean, they have their ults up. They have good guns. But yeah, Zhonghai is just murderizing. Gets 4 kills there once again. I tell you, if Apex comes out of this, it's all because of Zhonghai. He has been crushing with the op when he gets it.
A little bit of a break in tension here from Apex people laughing as they get their second win. And, who knows? Maybe they can get 2 more. 8-4 is a lot more realistic to come back from. That's really the number a lot of times for, at least in my limited experience of casting this, we've really seen teams can kind of bounce back from. 9-3.
It's possible, yeah.
9-3, really, you have to clutch it.
Oh, if it's 9-3, that's when I actually just stop casting. I just put my headset on the table.
Yeah.
No one notices.
We just start playing music. Let's get copyright struck on the stream. Now, this is another push similar to what we saw in the previous round here. It looks like they want to try to force the issue this time here. The Aldrone's going to come through. Where exactly is... Zhongyi's actually at A, so this might be an easier way to breach in here.
Look at this, just unloading everything as they run in.
Okay, so the A side
back in the elbow, going for that flank.
Zhongyi's turning around extremely late here. I think they almost weren't sure it was actually a commitment. But the spike's planted. Zhongyi's going to be the last player to show up over here. We've got the breach continuing to spam utility through elbow, flashes and all.
Throwing down that aftershock. All right, here they come out of the elbow. See if they can get something done. Ooh, Solo gets taken out there by Wix.
Oh, this is doable right now for Apex people.
It's doable.
Not a lot of time on the clock.
Oh, there he gets one. Lakia is left. Okay, if he hits that.
Oh no, he knows. He knows like which part of the cloud. Yeah, he does.
Okay. That's crazy.
It's so good.
Makes me realize how truly bad I am.
You're like, my aim might not be good, but I know exactly where to point the arrow at the cloud. You know, YouTube is great for that.
I was trying to do that without watching YouTube, man, and like,
oh yeah,
I shoot my recon bolt, and like literally it goes off the map, but it sticks somewhere, so it shows my whole team that I did shoot it, but it's like nowhere.
I love that you wouldn't just go find where it's already been solved. You're like, I'll use my gamer instinct to figure this out myself. I'm like, what are you doing? You're like, I think it's this pixel on the cloud.
I honestly don't even know why you can charge it up as much, because that was like at 1/3 strength it went off the map. I'm like, what?
Oh yeah.
Like, how strong is Sova?
His triceps are crazy. Like,
I want to put a sheriff bullet on the tip of my arrow and shoot that right through the wall. Hunter's Fury every round.
Okay, this time an A-site push. We only have one more round here.
And they're so broke, Tasteless. Look at this. That only 2 of them have good guns.
Yeah.
Ouch.
And there's a chance they're going to get starved out in the last round, too. I didn't actually catch how many credits were available, but I mean, this is rough.
5 versus 5 still. Looks like a push through showers. Suggest is looking up A short right now. Zhonghai up on top of the truck, as you can see, staring down the baths.
And we don't have that much time left in here, so we should have an initiation soon here. Especially with a spike at showers, there's no way to really get this to be in that much time unless you haul ass right now.
Zhonghai falls there, gets shot down from A short. Ooh, Sound backing up, getting a nice kill on Suggest.
Just Zeus right now and Park Jung. Flash through there. And that's going to be it. Another victory on the board. A relief here. It's 9-3.
Trying to keep their spirits high, at least, you see. That's good.
Yeah, well, I mean, you'll take any win that you can get at this point in time. But, you know, it's very realistic that this could end right away. I think if we're going to see Apex people come back, they're going to win the first 2 rounds, then win the rifle round. There'll be a hiccup here or there, but it'll basically have to be some of the best offense on Bind we have ever seen.
So you're saying it would have to basically look like what Nuturn just did?
Yeah. It would have to look like what Nuturn just did.
It's tough.
The problem is they're having to do that to Nuturn, and I don't know that that's actually possible.
Yeah, we're going to see how they can do Nuturn here on the defense. That was rough, man. Apex just did not look like they were on the same level.
Well, they weren't, I don't think. I think that's why this might be a 2-0 Artosis.
Yeah.
And,
I mean, wouldn't be surprised. Honestly, I feel like Nuturn is just barely worse than Vision Strikers. Every time they play them, it's like a 1-1 or a 2-1 for Vision Strikers, right? So
yeah, I would agree.
This team you should kind of talk about in the same breath, I think.
I could get behind that, actually. I mean, there's a little bit of a kind of a Ryu Ken story going on here with these two teams. They both look to be very strong and precise tactically.
Yeah. It's like a Tasteless Artosis story going on.
It's a little bit like that. Like, you're almost as good at the play-by-play, and your voice is almost as cool sounding. And I'm
just always the bridesmaid, though. It's not my fault.
That's
like,
right.
It's just you're just so charismatic.
You get to be the blonde American in the red. What is that they wear? Is that a? What do they wear in Street Fighter? Ken and Ryu?
Yeah.
Taekwondo outfit?
What do you call them?
Robes? I don't know.
I don't know what to call them. It's like a.
Like,
it's like a shirt that shows off your chest.
Like, do I look like a guy that knows how to fight people? No. Oh. Pop. That's our play-by-play. Okay, so we need to see a good push come in here.
He blinds all his teammates.
Yeah. This could actually work. They're going to continue to try to push into B long here. We did have, actually, their breach go through teleporters, so B's going to be a very exposed area right now.
Yeah, coming back quickly. He's going to go through mid-teleporter now to get there as quickly as possible. Ooh, Lakia. Very nicely done. Through the wall onto Sound.
Just insane.
Apex going to plant. Such an important round here.
All right, they're going to come back, and I'm getting a little bit worried here. This is the moment they need to clutch it. It's a 1 versus 2. Solo comes back. Solo shot down. Apex people get their first win, and that is the first step. That's the most important. You got to do it round by round.
Yeah.
But you need the combo. They've got to combo their way out of this.
Yeah. Okay, so they're going to go ahead and buy Spectres and some Ghosts. And then over on the other side, let's see if they actually purchase very much or it's just going to be a big time save. Suggest going to get a frenzy. Now throws it away. Buys a sheriff, throws it away. Classic. Throw back to the frenzy. Suggest, my man.
This is called
buyer's remorse.
This is the buy round play-by-play by Artosis.
This is the guy that buys clothes and keeps the tags on him so he can bring them back after he wears them to the party. Suggest.
He's got all the receipts.
Yeah. Okay, this is some carnage as they run into A.
Yeah, and this is really some dominance here by Apex people, slamming the spike down. A distant Sova, a distant Raze here. By the way, the Raze is going to get flanked by the Sova here the moment she starts to push into this area.
Shanghai getting Lakia as he comes up through that back B.
So it looks like Raze is set up to try to get an exit frag.
Yeah, well, no sense in trying to break in there.
Blue line of sight thing coming out of Raze's nose. You ever notice where the actual line of sight is?
Oh, is it out of the nose?
For Raze, it appears to be coming out of her nose.
Told too many lies, I guess.
That's right.
Still gets a kill.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I thought that was me playing for a second.
I know.
All right,
it's funny to watch a pro do that, huh?
Yeah. I mean, it happens to the best of us, man. We have the next win, but this is the round where I think we're going to see Nuturn step it up. And this is going to be, I think, the biggest challenge and the most important round of the entire map here for Apex people is to win on offense in the rifle round. We've seen how strong Nuturn is, how coordinated they are.
And now they've got the guns.
Now
going up against mostly Spectres and then one Vandal.
I do want to point out Nuturn doesn't have like any kind of sophisticated defender or like a Cypher or a Killjoy, but with the rifle play, this is going to be key, and I think it may come down to this play in showers here. We have the Paranoia coming down here and actually mowing down Sound. Apex getting a great kill. Cloud bursting, maybe even going to tailwind away in a second.
Bot being sent. Taken down very quickly. Over near the window. Pops out. Slowing it down a little bit. I like that for Nuturn. Apex right now, down a player.
Right now, Solo ready to interrupt her. This is all a fake here by the Cypher, by the way. The double cyber cage is made to draw some attention here. It doesn't seem to be causing much movement since it was already a two-player defense over on B.
Look at that, he actually... Oh, that is so funny.
That happens, man.
Yeah, so the fault line actually hit him, and then he threw his grenade and bounced off of the thing in front of him and almost hit his teammate.
Yeah. We've got great play here. Shanghai getting 2 kills. Immediately Suggest with the answer, taking out Shanghai. Spike planted. Hunter's Fury spammed through these walls over here.
Suggest takes down Park Jong. It's 3 against 2.
Again, this is so important right now for Apex people. They need to get a win here. They need the spike to go off. But it's a 2 versus 2. 2 versus 1, excuse me.
Yeah, and they are going to be able to do it. Unfortunate for Apex people.
Anybody? Anybody want to defuse this?
Clowning a little bit.
Some clownery.
All right, Nuturn. Up to 10 points. 3 more to go.
Exciting game here. Nuturn, so close. Apex people, again, that is one of the rounds it's kind of forgivable to lose.
Well, that's the hard one.
The hardest round, if you're winning, to then also win.
Yeah.
Is that round. Because everything else, assuming that you can get the actual quote-unquote real guns, I mean Vandals, Phantoms, an Op later on in some unique situations, and Odin as well. Look, it's still doable for Apex people, just extremely difficult. Errors are really not allowed anymore.
Well, let's see what their pushing strategy is. They're kind of pushing into B short here, checking out Hookah. Oh, look at that. They pick up a kill on Lakia. Nicely done. Headshot through the wall. Best way to die, if you ask me, Tasteless. Safely behind a wall, and I get headshot. I'm like, okay.
There it is. You didn't get to see it. Line of sight coming out of her nose.
Oh.
So, we've got Wix here with the Aldrone. Scouting now. coming up and over is going to see right exactly where the breach is waiting. But this isn't going to be a commitment on A. Instead, it seems to be an approach into B. Now, B
no
long
there.
is empty. I mean, the door is wide open. That can happen when it's a 4 versus 5. And so, I mean, the Rays can make this work. Oh my God, I think Rays may be the one that's going to save this entire round because she's been smoked, but now she can even fire in from window. Oh my God.
And another kill for Suggest. Allow pops in, gets Zhonghai. Zeus will get a couple kills before being taken down by Allow, and that's it.
She should change her name from Suggest to Imply. I mean...
Suggest. From Suggest to Strongly Suggest.
Yeah. The ID changes from Suggest to Demand.
But if Nuturn ever really falls off, Suggest is going to have to be like, question.
That was crazy. I mean, had the Rays not gotten the 2 headshots as well as the paint shells to interrupt the Sova with the plant, well, not interrupt, but kill post-plant, I mean, that could have been a different game. And now Nuturn just a few correct plays away from becoming victorious in map number 1.
Yeah. And Apex, I mean, they don't even have, like, you know, heavy shields, right? Not for everyone, at least. They have some good guns, but they're broke. They really need this round for many reasons. Otherwise, it's match point, and they can't buy anything good. That's rough.
Lakia creeping down here. I like the idea here. They can be a little bit more risky with the strategies. This is going to be a great attack here from behind, and it's going to completely screw up any pacing here as far as the surprise on A site. They know now there's nobody over here at B at all. A is probably where they're planning. We're seeing utility come out over here. And the push through showers as well as the main side of A.
Sound has kind of a nice position there. Let's see if it works out. Nope. Allow getting 2 kills with his Blade Storm.
Right now it's just Zeus and Wix. If they lose this, they're going to have to win everything out from here, and even to go to overtime.
Barry throwing it out. Oh, Wix taking a ton of damage there. Does ding parry.
Oh my God, talk about a great angle there.
Zeus!
Okay, Zeus needs to clutch this. Can he do it? Shots fired, does not connect. Once again, Suggest wiping out the rest of the team. Really, I think Suggest is honestly the MVP here for this. There's been so many key moments where...
I'm liking his Rays.
Yeah.
You know, the first couple weeks he was playing Breach, but he's been playing more Rays now. It seems to fit him a bit better, doesn't it?
Seems like it.
I'm
You know,
digging it.
Suggest always in the right place at the right time.
He really has been. He's been like very good operating alone.
All right, Allow with 2 kills here. And you can just see back in this highlight. I mean, I think Zeus did a great job about almost turning that around, but it's hard. It's hard. Everybody's got to serve their role so well here. And, I don't know if there's going to be much more left here. I mean, let's keep our fingers crossed for Apex people, but they haven't managed to be consistent enough to the point where it's almost unimaginable they would win, you know, every game from here on out.
7 rounds in a row?
To overtime, yeah.
Hard to imagine.
It is a best of 3, so we will be going to another map after this. But right now, really the takeaway is that Nuturn is so strong. I mean, if this is a 13-5, that's about as one-sided as you really get out here.
Yeah, we don't really get anything quite that
Even a
one-sided.
13-6 is pretty rough.
Yeah.
Again,
I guess we did have that 13-2 the Muyaho against AP, right?
but that's unheard of. I mean, you know, generally speaking, this is a more normal one-sided round here. Shots fired through there. Lakia getting the kill. Shock ball sent through as well. A second one, too.
Throw out that Hunter's Fury. Down to just 2 for Apex. Down to just 1 for Apex. Good luck. Wix waiting. Oh, boy. That was death right there.
You know, ending with class. Nuturn definitely going to be pleased with a result like that.
And here we go. Nuturn going to be attacking, sitting over in A lobby. Looks like we know exactly what they're going to be doing. And it's going to be against a single Killjoy, who obviously doesn't have as much tech because it is the very first pistol round. Everyone else is in B.
Her and her turret right now.
Yeah, she's going to have a hard time defending this, I tell you.
Yeah.
Zeus is scared right now, man.
Yeah.
Pops out and...
Immediately going to come in here. The spike is now being planted by the Sova. Traps are being laid as we're watching the other team scramble to come over here. Apex people need to get in here. They need to break in, get that defuse. It's not going to be easy in this pistol round. Everybody has their angles already set up.
It's super tough. Like, you know, you don't even have all of your abilities as of yet. So to break in here with your pistols, it's going to be tough. Perry waiting here on the side. Oh, I love it. As soon as the detection hits, right through the cloud.
Just perfect play here. Crushing through there. Only Suggest is getting killed, and only one other player even taking any damage. But they broke in, they did it, and it does seem like it was a bad judgment call to only have the Killjoy over there. It seems like for whatever reason, maybe in past games they studied, they expected a B-site attack.
Yeah.
To come in.
And, you know, sometimes you can take a risk like that if you feel your opposing team is better. Like, they probably need to get lucky to beat Nuturn. So why not 4-stack there? And if they're coming B, like, maybe you get 2 kills immediately and suddenly it's a 5 versus, you know. Oh, they're actually doing 3-stacking over here, Apex is on the defense.
This is a slower round here from Nuturn. 3 over at B, 2 over at A. The spike not in anybody's hands right now. They're trying to see how forward of a position they have here. Lockheed taking good advantage of that smoke there, getting the first kill onto Zeus.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Oh, Wix with a big kill. Still around the corner, gets the kill. Wix doing a great job here.
Perry waiting here. It doesn't look like the Sova wants to peek just yet. This is a dangerous peek to take. I mean, you have almost no HP.
Yeah.
Perry gets the kill.
Well, I tell you,
out Spectres.
Wix already did his job here.
Yeah.
he did fantastically with that little crap pistol.
Okay, well, positionally now, A-site is naked. The doors are being closed. We have an Omen far, far away in a breach just up in Garden right now. Spike is going to be planted. This is not going to be easy.
An aftershock coming through. I love the idea. Actually, Suggest did take a bit of damage too. Throws out his own aftershock. Fault line going down. Park Jong going over onto the rafters. Sound getting ready for that flank. Comes around the corner and gets Lakia.
This is huge. Apex people could actually take this, especially with Suggest having to cover 2 angles at once.
Whoa, that's big for Apex people. That's big, 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 big.
And you can see they're feeling that moment right there, right now. I mean, they're looking at this and saying, okay, that was not supposed to happen. We did it. We pulled it off, even after we were out-positioned.
Yeah, out-positioned and outgunned. Yeah,
and great for them. They've won that round, and we're not in a normal back and forth of a Valorant match. It's 1-1.
And that is, as the people who won the pistol round, you have to be feeling a little bit sad about that, no doubt.
Yeah. So on the defender's side, immediately Wick's going to get that Omen. Or Odin, excuse me. I'm still tripping me up.
Sound has the Omen. Wix has the Odin.
Thank you. So getting the Odin. Oh, no. Does he sell it back? Okay.
Oh.
I thought we were going to see that. I mean, we do see the Odin used quite a bit over at the B site, since that wall is such a good wall bang location.
Well, it looks like Nuturn wants to push into A anyways, so I guess it was probably better that he didn't get it. Going over to help. But they've slowed down now. Still in A main. It looks like they do want to push. They do have Solo out in the mid.
Crossfire setup is pretty good here. And honestly, this is about as good of a defensive position as you could want here. Now, they do get the Aldrin in there. They're going to see the Jet. Jet, of course, very good at relocating, though, after being spotted.
Taking a bit of damage right there.
And now just down to 2 players here. The Solo and Perry coming through. Great flank there from Solo. Is it's just going to be the Killjoy coming over here. This is a tough one.
Yeah, how is Zeus supposed to do this? Like, he has his alarm bot ready, and that's it. That's a hard thing to break through.
I mean, if you go down through doors, you're going to have to let him know you're doing that unless you want to hop back up, and there's only so much time on the clock. Making sure that he can't be hit from behind. Again, you can wall bang through the floorboards here, and so, I mean, it's completely worth it. You have enough clips. Already a damaged Killjoy is finished off there as Nuturn. And what started out pretty even, I'm worried this is going to be the first of many wins from them. At least I'm worried for Apex people.
Yeah. It's going to be tough.
What do you think about that ID, Apex people? Like, we started with Apex, and they're like, what are we, Apex Predators? They're like, nah, we're people.
Well, they're trying to say that they're the top of humanity, and they're definitely amongst the top of humanity when you look at it objectively. I mean,
people
they're
like
top
us, we're just
team
scum.
in Korea. So that's like, well, definitely we're scum compared to them.
Yeah.
Because, well, the thing is, this is how I measure values, how good you are at a video game.
Yeah,
So
well, you have your priorities straight.
Yeah,
so
no, I know what's going on. Okay, so they have taken the orb. Backing up now, Nuturn. Looked like they were thinking about it, but they do have the spike over closer to A. Taking over the center. They have their turret there watching in the center as well. All right, they've picked it up. Lakia with the spike moving up towards A main. Have two sitting over in the mid cubby for Apex. Very quiet. Everyone is just tiptoeing around.
Look at the angles here that they've got. They can actually come in from A short if they want to. But A's is there for the taking. They're just going to have to watch out for the angle here from Breach, and they see that now. And if they identify that's the only person there, they're still going to be able to take the A site with ease, although it will be a quick few steps away here for Apex people to come in and try to take a bite.
Well, they are coming up now. They come through that door. All right, throws in a shock bolt. Beautiful hit right there from Lakia. Jumps down with the Sheriff, gets another kill on Sound before Zhonghai takes him down. 3 against 1 right now, just Wicks left over. Yeah, gonna be shot right through the floorboards.
Lakia is absolutely insane there.
Yeah.
The shock bolt, shock dart there, connecting, then getting the connection with the Sheriff onto the head of the next player. I mean, taking control of that. I did like the setup that we had there from Apex people, a concentration of sites set just outside of the A site. So that they could try to come in there, and it's good to have this rotation of setup so that you're not too predictable. But, you know, Nuturn with the L drone, they saw it, they identified it, they got in there, and then one thing about Nuturn that I've noticed is after taking a site, whether it's A or B, they set up all their angles perfectly. There really is a lot of synergy there, and it's very hard to break into.
Now, they have an op here for Zhonghai. He is fantastic with it. He did great on it with it on Bind. Set up in that mid. I love his position. Look at that position he's taken. That's
Very
pretty
cool.
awesome. And in fact, when you think about where it gets smoked, that probably won't even get smoked, right? Okay, there you go. Takes down Lakia immediately.
All right, big play here. You know,
big advantage now for Apex.
Zhonghai with an op is really what is allowing the wins that can squeak into this series come out.
It really is.
And so, you know, maybe this is going to be the redemption arc here for Apex people where they can win this, but it's going to come down, I think, a lot to those op shots there from Zhonghai.
I definitely agree with you there. That's what we were seeing the last time, at least, on Bind. He was really the linchpin of their victories. All right, Sound getting the kill as he comes around. Another one as well onto Perry. Okay, Solo has a spike, though. He's way over here. That's kind of funny. He'll get the plant. Where's Suggest? Okay, Suggest is actually running down through A lobby. I think, is he going to go mid and wait for a kill? No, he's rotating all the way around. And we do not have the ulti ready here, so can't really stop that. So that's going to buy a bit of time. So at least he can get back here. Oh, Solo gets a kill. That's a big deal.
Yeah, this is all up to Solo to kind of curb the progress that's coming forward here.
Suggest trying to come around. Throws down his Rolling Thunder.
I love
it. Dude, really?
Great. Oh my God, they're so good. Getting the kill over there.
That was ridiculous. Only Sound left over, and he has to run.
I cannot believe they actually clutched that.
That was amazing.
That was insane. I mean, the way they actually handled that, it looked like it should have been impossible. The lockdown set up there to buy the time. the way they had the crossfire, the rolling thunder that we saw to stun them, to not allow them to get into a good position to actually edge into the lower part of B.
It feels like their understanding of the game is so high. Like, for Solo to be over there, be like, all right, we're going to throw down the lockdown, right?
Yeah.
Buys a certain amount of time because Breach is rotating the long way. I thought he was going to run into mid and try to catch someone rotating, like to go in through mid-market, but doesn't even do that. They're like, no. He has enough time to get back here. Then we use Rolling Thunder, and Solo pops up, and amazing to watch.
It was crazy. They got the right setups over there, and again, that was a round I thought Apex people were going to win, and it's rounds like that that are oftentimes an indicator of where this entire match is going.
Yeah.
It's not the pistol rounds where, you know, the save rounds they're going to run in there and all die and we go, wow, another win on the board, guys.
No, totally.
Looks like they took that round, gamers. No, I mean, it's really much more about moments like that where you're down. It's going to be a very difficult strategic situation. Time is not on your side. Position is not in your favor, but they did it.
Couple kills right there, suggesting Park Jong being traded. Oh man, yeah, that was sick though. That was quite a round. Oh, down goes Sound.
3 versus 3, a lot of individual fights going down. Killjoy is going to come back around through the side here while the Omen's going to TP back into Boathouse. Now, the Jet can actually, being so far out in A, not far from spawn. Okay, PB2, and I was going to say, could get some shots in the back because everybody scrambles to get over to B.
Yeah. Now just on 2. See what they can get done. Zhonghai is one of them. He's still having some good games here. Pretty low on health, unfortunately. Wix, they're going to meet up in the mid-market. Sets up that recon bolt. It's time to see what they can do. Can they make something happen? Cloudburst goes down. Oh, gets gunned down through it. That leaves just Wix. Exit frags, perhaps? Solo's just going to kill him.
Solo looking to be the MVP here. So many key moments. Solo able to control the situation and never overextending his Solo, by the way.
Yeah, no, Solo's playing fantastically here. He and Suggest really doing great today for their team overall.
And we're now at the 7th round here. 5-1 here. Let's take a look at this moment. Now, I also want to point out that we had allow all the way back there getting the shot in the back. It's funny how positions can get set up in your favor when you see so many players in so many different spots, particularly on offense. But that was a great way to slip in there. We had the Jet in that area. Here, I'll park that thought for a second. We're actually having to push from the defenders over to this area. And I think this is something we did not expect to have here from Apex people, but it has not worked. It's backfired, and now we have 3 players rotating through their own spawns, scrambling to get onto the A side as the spike is planted.
Oh, throws down that aftershock. They actually get the kill there onto Solo. Doesn't get out of the way in time. Around Park Jong taking some damage here, still up on those rafters. Allow way down in a nade here. Get another kill.
Okay, it's a 1 versus 1. Zeus needs to get the defuse here. Shots fired through the box. The turret's gonna maybe be able to buy some time. Oh! The turret, if only it could defuse. Give the turret that little thermometer gun.
I know. Imagine you could just set your turret next to it.
It's what's on his foot, too. It just goes down the box and just kind of starts to defuse.
You don't even know it's diffusing.
Imagine Killjoy had a bot that could just defuse for her.
Should.
Yeah.
She brags so much about all her little mechanisms.
My gadgets are so amazing, but we killed them all. Like, you're just so quirky, Killjoy.
I know.
They're all dead? I've got more tests to run.
Oh,
God. We're going to go to round 8. Nuturn.
Oh, we got a Marshall here.
Yeah. Yeah, well, they went to the buy round thrift shop, and here's what they've got.
The buy round thrift shop.
All their coupons together.
The Salvation Gun store.
All right, Apex Sound here.
Okay, this looks like one of my games. People are in the middle killing each other with Marshalls. Okay, yeah, everyone get Marshalls and go mid. That's a great idea.
Apex Sound hanging back right now, and yeah, a very occupied middle here from Nuturn. I mean, Nuturn, I like the setup. By the way, the spike is just vacant over here at B lobby.
Yeah.
But I guess they're not in any kind of real hurry here. I mean, in these save rounds, a lot of times it's Bucky's. You're just kind of waiting for the surprise peek around the corner. And I think what Nuturn's doing is intelligent. They're not going to go for it. They're going to ferret out these players that are ratting behind these corners.
Mm-hmm. Kind of interesting that Solo put the turret on top of the spike. Like, do you expect someone to come around there and like be like, oh, it's a spike, and then try to grab it and remember
it's a new agent? Oh my God. Uh-oh, Zeus actually somehow created a blind spot for himself, going back and forth between there where the Killjoy just gets in, and once again it's Solo just rocking the A site with a great setup, a great spike plant. And is this going to be a pregnable position now for Apex people?
Well, they're trying to come out through here. Lockie, I love his position. I love it when they set up someone over here. It's just so hard to even break the... Oh, okay, well, Lockie just gets a couple kills. Zhonghai come through with the Bucky, not going to work. But I do love that. We've seen that a lot more at B site, right? Where someone's actually, from the planters, someone's sitting on B main, like just waiting for people to come through that hall in the back.
So now we're going to just get a quick recap here. I mean, good job eliminating the camper over at the A site, but really, I think when they came in there, and it was, if you guys remember, it was a funny moment. There was a Killjoy ready, but he like went behind a corner, and that's literally exactly the moment the other Killjoy came in at a weird angle. He popped out and was shot.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't want to be wiggling too much.
No, certainly.
Sometimes, if you're going to lose your view, I mean, jiggle peeking's fine, but not if you're just going to give up a spot. Oh my God! I was going to say, if Zhonghai gets the right lineup there, you can end up killing 3 of those players. Then using that updraft to fire some of those knives through the vent.
That was a great move. Doesn't get it with the knives, but backs up with that op once again. Going to go towards the mid now, following that Owl Drone. Owl Drone just kind of checking the path, making sure no one's there.
Okay, confirmation that mid is empty. Very withdrawn position right now for Apex people. They really are on the defense. I think they've realized perhaps they've been a bit too far forward here, and so a rotation back, hoping maybe to get some surprise hits, or maybe even make Nuturn eat up too much of their time with their peaks. I mean, they were very good at peaking in the last time. There is such an art to economizing the clock in every round. All right, lockdown. DeSilva doesn't have his ulti, right? So there's nothing you can do about this.
Does not have it.
And this is the example of a well-used Killjoy lockdown versus some of these other teams where they just counter each other's ultis and the game goes on.
Kind of funny, the spike way over here at A. Zeus up in those rafters. Looks like they're going to come around.
All right, now down to just Perry here, as you know, it's just what, 5 seconds left on the clock. I can't imagine there's any way to get the spike plant. He will be. This will be the first real loss here, I think, due to time. And I think we mentioned the positioning earlier, but it seems like it kind of worked out. Like, you know, they checked a lot of corners and realized, okay, where are they?
Yeah,
they're mostly in A heaven and spawn.
Yeah,
just outside of B here. But, like, yeah, they spent a lot of time, a lot of utility. They didn't find anything, and then they just basically cooked the clock.
It felt like Zhonghai, you know, getting that early kill onto Allow, obviously very important. And then there was a lot of rotating with that op, and I think that Nuturn was being very, very careful about that.
Yeah.
But you know what? Zhonghai died. It looks like no one picked up the op, so we're going to have a judge this time. A very different gun. All right, they're going to try to rush here through A main. A lot of crossfire set up.
Oh, the jet play is insane. But this is a position it might be possible here for the defending side to actually hold.
Oh my God, Allow just massacring here with that Blade Storm. Wick's going to throw the Owl Drone in. Gets shot immediately by Suggest, who's very, very low at the moment.
They had an excellent job of that jet just diving in, and then the rest of the team spilling forward here. We don't have the spike planted yet, but the Killjoy is going to silently move up here. I think this much silence without a spike plant makes things a little bit confusing.
All right, there you go. There's the spike plant noise.
Yeah, they haven't done it yet, though.
Well, he actually baited both shock bolts.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
Yeah.
And basically, you know, you're going to try to make them overextend, and that's what we saw there. Okay, so Zeus trying to inch in. Some shots fired through the floorboards.
Yeah, it doesn't quite get him. Put some more damage on him.
Just the Jet here. Not easy for Wix, though. He's got full HP. This isn't a great spot for the Jet to try to interfere either, though.
That's true.
What? Oh,
Okay, that's...
Yeah.
Right? It's diffused, right?
The game's
Okay.
going to go on? All right. It felt like no sounds, no cues, no
Yeah.
movement there.
Okay.
He's like, yeah.
Guys,
Diffuse
I don't
that
know
spike.
who
I don't know.
won if the game doesn't tell me.
It's like more and more sounds go away until it's even just you talking, and then your mic turns off, and then it's just all the sound in this broadcast is lost.
the beginning of the universe. Or
Yeah.
the end.
So let's watch the least anticlimactic thing come here. Watch. So, like, he starts to defuse, and he's like, a gentleman's game.
It's kind of meta, right? To
Jet was sitting there like, why are we killing each other? Why are we killing clones of each other here?
Yeah.
Was this a good idea?
Zhonghai try to get fancy right there. Gets picked off immediately, though. Park Jong already dead as well. They do get solo coming out of B main. Big rotation around. Going through the mid. Up on the catwalk. Nuturn pushing towards A. No one is in A now, like actually no one.
Yeah, well, it's a cool catwalk push. They've come up here. Now Allow is in position here. They just need to get the Omen over here to actually get that spike plant. It's 7-3 right now. This is a very important round to win here. And Lakia is hanging back in a very cool spot, getting the shot there on sound, taking him out. Just Zeus and Wix once again here is going to try to come in. They've got the lockdown set up. This is going to force them into Wine or somewhere else.
Lakia coming through right now.
Oh, great.
Gonna
Takes
gun
that
that
out.
down,
Yeah.
very importantly.
And this is going to be the last round in the first half here. I'm worried we may end with the identical results we had on Bind, where it was 9-3.
Yeah, that's a little bit brutal. Starting attack both times as well.
It's a great playback here. I especially like when they've got players like Lakia hanging out in mid. You know, some of these rotations over to like the spike site A, they're kind of, I mean, Apex people is kind of doing it blindly. They're running with their knives out. They're not appreciating that there's been a lot of moments where they're shot in the back.
That's true.
And you know, they don't have to do that every time. Nuturn here. They can do it enough times that they're going to slow down the progress and eat more time on the clock with the spike that way too. All right, Allow once again, a great kill there, taking Wix out. B site seems to be open as long as they can deal with his killjoy. Zeus with 2 kills in a row, defending B site pretty well so far, is then taken out.
That's 3 against 3 right now. Oh, Solo takes down another. Only Zhonghai and Park Jong left. They're going to be coming in. One through the back, one through mid-market. Right, down it goes.
Tough position for 2 players to push into 3, especially with a Killjoy having the defenses necessary. We've got the Sova with the Hunter's Fury, going to burn through that. Solo here on the flank getting the kill. Just Zhonghai trying to come through. I don't know that it can happen. 1 kill so far.
Zhonghai getting in there, but gets headshotted there by Lakia coming out of the boathouse. And Nuturn, you're right, the identical score. 9-3 on the attacking side of Ascent.
Right. And we're going to switch sides now. Nuturn will be defending the spike site A and B. Apex people trying to plant that spike or get the team kill. But, I mean, Nuturn just seems to be better at their fundamentals.
Yes.
I do like the way that after they get the spike plant, they control the area, especially planting, you know, players somewhere in mid or spawn to try to get these connections.
Yeah, like they are leaving people out sometimes to catch rotations. We saw that several times here in the mid. We saw that on Bind as well. Remember that one time they left Suggest, and he got 2 kills as they came through towards B window, and it's like, oh, there you go. You didn't expect him there, did you?
I think the best round from Apex people in the first half was really the one where they really held back. They ran the clock out. The spike was never planted. They really forced Nuturn to spend their utility, but that's a good strategy to use in a rotation of different rounds. and it worked, but it only got them 1 win.
Yeah.
You know, the rest of the rounds, I think, overall were better executed by Nuturn. And, again, it's the difficulty of mastering the entire series of rounds and not just having one cool strategy or trick that you pull off. And,
yeah.
you know, Apex people, how good are they going to be at infiltrating on this map? I worry.
I worry as well. I worry that it's going to be similar to the last time. Maybe another 13-5.
Let's see if they go for A or B this time around. We've had a lot of... Oh, looks like we might have a small delay here. I like these different views we're getting of the map.
Yeah, it's kind of cool to see it like that. Like, this is some sort of strange floating city.
That was once a simple town in Spain.
But now it floats above
But now
Spain.
it floats, and it's in a cloud area.
Mm-hmm.
There's some audio issue that we're having with one of the teams. That's going to be probably fixed pretty quickly here.
Mm-hmm. Like how there's birds flying underneath the city.
Yeah.
Like nothing's wrong. The bird's like, yeah, no, I always fly underground. I'm like, are you a bat or are you a bird?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I do like the aesthetic, though,
No, it's
of
super
this
cool.
game. And
Actually, yeah, if I could just be a complete Riot shill for just a moment.
please.
I really actually do like overall the graphics of this game. Like, there's something about the feel of it where it's like it runs really well. It's the type of graphics that I like. It's like not too shiny. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, it's like this doesn't need to run on like a $6,000 computer that's got rainbow lights shooting out of it.
And as a boomer, I appreciate that.
Yeah, no, it's good. Well, you know, more people in more parts of the world can play on this because it does run smoothly. And, you know, that's how you're really going to get more competition globally as well. We're in the round, and we're watching a dive over here onto the B side, and Artosis just can't stop wooing. He's a woo boy right now.
I am a woo boy. Suggest.
Look at this woo caster over here. He's like, woo, 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 woo.
Look, there's play-by-play, there's analysts, and there's the woo boys.
Yeah. We've got electrodes hooked up to Artosis' nipples, and whenever Apex people are killed, he's just getting shocked. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Now we go to game 2. I feel like occasionally we have sound, and then it's like...
Yeah, some of the camera switches and stuff, I think are...
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what's going on. It's like we're jumping around so much.
So we've got actually a push through mid. We've seen this before when you're down on the attacker side. I think we actually saw this with Apex people, by the way, in the past year. But this time it's Nuturn, and they're going to do it when they're ahead, which is kind of cool.
Yeah. Well, Suggest gets one from behind, but they are going to go directly into B, and nothing's really there. There's like an alarm bot in there, and now Solo's being closed out. Ooh, put some damage down. Not bad. Suggest coming around right now. That's a bulldog. Best gun on his team.
He's like, now we've trapped you in B, and they come in and kill them.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we saw.
Good, they've come into B. That was the plan. They're like, oh, no.
Should we let them plant the spike? Yes.
Yes.
Because then we know where they are.
They tricked them like building fences around a cow. I mean, that's what that was.
Building fences around a cow.
They got into B. They're like, oh, my God, there's no way to get out of this site now. They just came in and murdered them.
Yeah, it's a killing zone.
Okay, so it's 11-3. 2 more wins and Nuturn. What?
You know, I was just thinking, like, imagine if you could use more than one of the same age on a team, like 5 brimstones, you just nuke the whole part of the map. It's like, no, you literally can't get out of here in time. Everyone dies.
So funny. It's just 5 jets with cloudburst and updraft.
Yeah,
Like,
they just fly across the stage and kill everybody.
the next round here, this could be one that Apex people could take. They're coming into A. They haven't got the spike plant yet. Lakia over here in heaven takes out one player, sends the Aldrone out. I think right now this Killjoy is going to think twice about coming in.
2 against 2.
남았습니다.
Well, there you have it. Solo and Lakia clean it up.
Faster than our graphics can keep up.
12-3, man. Match point already.
Yep. Apex people, this isn't fun anymore. They're like, okay, well, let's try to win this next round. Let's do our best. Strategy, not many have worked.
No.
And this
been
is,
rough.
you know, we're really getting to separate the best of the best here. I mean, Apex people look strong. It was exciting to see them get here, but they're not going to be in this tournament for much longer, it looks like. It looks like Nuturn is...
No, they're not advancing today,
yeah.
guys. It's
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Artosis used his time travel machine to just ruin this.
I already hit F6 here.
Yeah. Okay, the first kill here. Is this going to be a round they can actually take?
Well, they've already lost 2 against 5, so I don't think so.
Yeah, we're seeing these
wine.
Apex people drop like flies. Apex dead people, I believe, is the proper term. And that's going to be an Apex people. Now Apex corpses.
Nuturn crushes through 13-3, huh?
That was quick.
Yeah, that was super one-sided. Like 5 rounds and then 3 rounds. That's very, very low. And Nuturn showing that strength. This is why we've been talking about how it's, as far as Nuturn goes, it's really unlucky they just keep hitting vision strikers. But you see them against some of these other teams that are really strong. Like Apex people,